The message that's coming through is pretty clear. So I always open to receive guidance for whatever wants to come through for the collective. And I was going on my walk right around sunset, like I normally do. And there's this long nature trail that I walk on. And for some reason, there were a lot of birds active on it today, and maybe something scared them, but they all started flying towards me and they were very close to my face. So it was like very kind of dramatic. Obviously, I couldn't miss them, right? And then right after that, there was one red cardinal, bright red, fiery red cardinal. And I immediately knew that that was part of the message. Prior to that, really getting blasted with 919. Anyways, I get the cardinal. As soon as I come home, it's 717 on the phone. And then I started to make dinner and things like that. And I was like, well, maybe I'll record this tomorrow. And then I get 922 on the clock, which is the time that I was born. And 922 represents for me rebirth because it is my birth time. And so the message that's coming through is very clear. The first message that's coming through is as I was walking, I was also hearing before I even saw the bird, the cardinal, that there is a lot of fire in you. There is a fire and there is a passion in you. Like you are like not wired in this incarnation to play small or hide in any way. You are meant to lead. It's funny because I Googled the cardinal spiritual, meaning, the animal totem meaning. I'm just going to read it to you. Embodies passion, vitality, strong connection to the spiritual realm. It's often associated with new beginnings and also determination and the ability to lead. So many things coming up. Obviously, this cardinal was like totally standing out from all of the other birds. And I mean, this is the whole message. Like you're not meant to blend in. You're here to stand out. You have so much fire and passion in you that there is no possible way for you to dim your light anymore, especially now. But in this incarnation, you were born to lead. This is part of your dharma. This is part of your highest timeline, is for you to move into some form of leadership or some kind of leadership role. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to stand out. You're not meant to blend in with all the other birds. You're the cardinal. Okay. You are bright red. Can't miss you. Who is that? What is going on? That you and this isn't to say that you're like special in any way, so this isn't about putting yourself on a pedestal, but I already know that if you're resonating with this, you won't be putting yourself on a pedestal, but it is about owning your fiery, passionate purpose that is embedded in your DNA and your soul blueprint to lead. Like this is part of your dharma. This is part of what your soul came here to experience. You're meant to be seen. You're meant to stand out. You're not meant to blend in. You're meant to lead. And there's a fiery passion within you. So when I saw that as part of the animal totem description, I was like, of course, because the words that I was hearing right before that is there's such a fiery passion within you. There is absolutely no way, even if you tried to settle for some mediocre experience, you're not going to be able to. This is not what's in alignment with your highest Dharma timeline. What else? Getting blasted with 919 and then coming home from the walk right at 717. And then when I tried to postpone this message until tomorrow morning or something like that, seeing 922, which represents rebirth for me as a metaphor, as a symbol. So obviously endings, new beginnings, full alignment with your spiritual path, your highest Dharma timeline, a period of renewal, positive change. And this is all simultaneously as you are fully owning your power. So you are no longer able to dim your light or hide from how powerful you are. You're meant to stand out. You're not meant to blend in. I don't want to keep saying that, but this is like the whole point of this message. And this is what you're moving into. This is part of this new renewal. The other thing that was coming up is the star card. in the tarot, and the star comes directly after the Tower card, and the star represents healing and renewal. It represents wish fulfillment. It comes after the crumbling of the tower representing the old structure, the old timeline that has been crumbling and falling away that you cannot go back to anymore. And maybe you've been trying to cling to that to some degree. And the more you try to cling to the old structure, the old timeline, the old job, the old relationships, the old circumstances, situations, living environment, whatever, the more you try to cling to whatever is trying to make its way out of your experience because it's not in alignment with your highest Dharma timeline, you have been met with a lot of resistance and suffering in that area because you're meant to let go. You're trying to cling to a structure that's crumbling and falling, and you're meant to be walking out of that. You're meant to let go and walk straight into your highest timeline. But that's part of the process. That's part of the purification, right? Like sometimes you cling really hard to the structure that's crumbling and falling away. And to that degree, you will be met with resistance and suffering on your journey because it's not meant to go with you. Not all things are meant to go with you. And your soul has already burned the boat and the bridges. And so, most recently, the thing that's popping up is this might resonate with you. Even within the last 24, 36, 48 hours of listening to this transmission, whenever you land on this, even if it's years from now, you may have had another thing get pulled out from underneath you, right? Like another thing that maybe you were counting on, or another thing that maybe you were clinging to in some way or attaching to as some form of like safety or security, something that represents the old timeline, the old identity that you were leaving behind. You've already outgrown that and it's naturally falling away. So now so this energy of the star is now able to like it's kind of like infiltrating and filtering in right now. So it's kind of like light at the end of the tunnel vibes. Like you're moving into this new renewal, rebirth, positive change, auspicious opportunity, things flying into your experience. You're not going to have to try to figure this out. Like things are going to fly in. Um, very auspiciously. But that being said, just like the animal totem represents, there is a level of devotion and there is like devotion and what's the word? Like a commitment, to you leading, like being the leader that you already know that you are and that you were born to be. You can't hide anymore. Masks are off. You can't dim, you can't hide, you can't play small. Like life's not going to let you do that anymore. You're not supposed to blend in with all the other birds. You're meant to lead. And this is all about owning your authenticity, no longer dimming your light, no longer blending in, and leading like the powerful effing leader that you are, fully owning your gift and owning your magic. So the image that's coming through right before I hit record on this is that you're walking out of the tower, this burning building, right? That was struck by the divine. So all of the untruths and falsehoods start to crumble away. And you, you are walking out of this tower with a fire in you, with a conviction in you, with a devotion in you that you have never even felt before within you. Like there's a power within you that is palpable, and you are like walking out of the burning building, head held high, shoulders back, fully anchored in your truth and your power. Like, bring it on. Like, bring it on. That's the kind of vibe. There's so much passion, fiery element associated with this. It's, yeah, I don't know what else to say. That's the message that's coming through. Apparently it needed to come through right now. So I'm going to process this and get it posted. I'm not going to post it tomorrow morning because I tried to do that. And then I saw the sign like, no, this is something that needs to come through now. So here I am, devoted to getting this message to you because someone needs to hear it. And I feel like this is obviously it's a timeless message, but it's also very timely for, you know, we just had the Jupiter Cassimi and the new moon in Cancer. There may have been a lot of emotions coming up the last few days. This is the light at the end of the tunnel vibes, and that doesn't yeah, it's time to be open to new opportunities, to new beginnings. It's time to release and let go of the old. It's no longer serving you. It's time to trust and have faith anchored in the truth of what you know to be true in your heart and following your intuition and trusting your intuition. And most importantly, rising as the leader that you know you're here to be. This is all rebirth energy, like literally rising from the ashes. You're walking out of that crumbling tower, fiery building where everything is like not making sense and you're not even trying to cling to it anymore. You're walking out bold as F and moving into your highest Dharma timeline confidently, fully anchored in your truth, fully embodied in your divinity, and shining your light like the mother effing star that you are. So that's it for this message. I'm gonna go eat dinner, and all the links to dive deeper, if you want to dive deeper, are wherever you're listening to this. There's the temple, which right now you can still get in at the founding member rate before I drop the next edition, which is Sacral Magnetism. As soon as I drop the next edition, the value goes up and so does the price. And so right now you can get in for the price of one live virtual event and have lifetime access for everything that I drop for life, which will probably be somewhere between like 8 and 12 editions a year. Like, who knows? Like, I don't put a limit on it. This is all about just being in the flow and creating in the flow. But that is the Sacred Heart, the Forbidden Feminine Sacred Heart Temple, which is really rooted in Magdalene and Lilith codes, light and dark feminine, and really embodying both of those on this journey in order to fully rise into your power. So if that resonates with you, check out the temple. And if you want live access and you just and a sisterhood and you want to hop on weekly calls and dive deeper into alchemizing the core feminine shadow and really integrating your sacred masculine energy and stepping into your sovereignty, join Embody the Empress, which is my membership. Right now you can get access to that for less than a fancy pedicure. So it's really a no-brainer if you're wanting to be surrounded by other women that get this journey. So for all of you that are saying, nobody gets me, I'm all alone and nobody understands what's happening, there's plenty of communities out there that you can join if you want to be included and held in a container that's of high frequency with other souls on the same path as you. And it doesn't have to be my membership or communities. It could be anybody's communities, but there are a ton of sacred mirrors and way showers such as myself that are offering this kind of support. So there really is no excuse to sit there and suffer if you do want help shifting on this journey into your sovereignty and you feel it would be valuable to have a sacred mirror shine a light for you so that you can alchemize what's not in alignment and move into your highest timeline. The resources are there. If you have any questions about anything, go ahead and DM me on Instagram at spiritual CEO. There's also Rise Sister Rise. So if you already know, like you're moving into your sacred feminine leadership and you do not play small, you're the kind of woman that goes all in and you want that kind of intimate support, check out Rise Sister Rise. You can't play small in that container. This is Sacred Soul Alchemy for 13 weeks. It's capped at 13 women at a time. And we dive deep into peeling away everything that is keeping you from playing small, dimming your light, not owning your magic, and going from lone wolf to sacred leader and fully rising. And this is really activating the sacred feminine and new earth codes within you. So if that resonates, check out Rise Sister Rise. That's about it from now. Until next time, namaste.